fix the tower fan that was gifted to me a long time ago. So
just in time for
yeah. So it wound up being pretty simple. Basically, since I won't be using it for a while, I just took it apart and sprayed it down. All the gunk sprayed off pretty easy. So, and then put it back together and let it dry out for 2 weeks to a month. So, but the Force here to talk about not this, which is precisely why I brought the DVD, so we could not talk about it. But
what is today's?
This is a movie called RoboWoman. And I think I've seen it be referred to as AI RoboWoman too, in a movie listing. But yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of neat. It's like an inflated TV episode.
Yeah.
It's like an hour and 5 minutes long.
Yeah, so
without the credits.
Too long for commercial to allow for commercials for TV, but not long enough to be a feature length.
You almost get a showcase. full size.
Yeah.
Amount worth of a showcase.
There's enough material in there for it to maybe count as a movie.
But it's a female RoboCop?
Yeah.
We could just order in tonight, if that's okay.
It's basically what it boils down to. You start off by seeing this lady be the victim of a crime.
Jonathan, where are you?
Gets knocked out in said crime, and there's a mysterious group of influencers, people with high amount of wealth and large, vast political influence and interested parties, I think the movie called it, that want to suit her up.
Is this legal?
There were a lot of interested parties in this matter that were able to make this legal.
Who?
I can't say.
That's why we brought this. So, but yep, that's what it is. They suit her
with a
up.
big wheat woo arm.
Yeah.
That's like leather.
Literally.
I love the creasing fabric of her prosthetic arm.
And she also gets the data goggles as part of
it's a Geordie's.
part of it as
Talking about Geordie's?
Yeah.
I thought it looked like one of those big hairband women's 80s hair tie clips. One of those big with jaws and teeth. With the handle broken off.
Yeah.
And it's from 2019.
Yep.
It's not like this is from 1992 or something.
Yeah.
So it's pretty great for her to have those
yes.
McJordies.
Yeah. So.
Because you get Terminator vision.
Yep.
You get a Terminator's.
Which is.
And Rotor.
Yeah.
It's almost like women's Rotor.
Yeah. I kept calling her either Rotor 2.0 or. Because if you remember in Rotor, I think the next revision was supposed to be a lady, so it might fit in.
I don't know that they have a human brain, though.
No,
I don't think they count as cyborgs. I think they're just straight up androids.
That's right, yeah. So
it is a human saga.
Yeah.
She keeps way more of her memories. Doesn't she basically keep them all?
Yeah, they don't delete.
She's still her same personality?
Yeah. They try to alter as little brain function as humanly possible with memories and stuff.
And it's a big fan of cosmetic surgery.
Yeah.
Who gets it?
Yeah. You can... Her lips are...
So you get the whole bittersweet thing of she'll be looking at her arm and be like...
Mm-hmm.
Well, gosh, it is the greatness of what technology has to offer.
Yeah, you get another one of these where you get the moral and just dilemma of... Because in the beginning... in the very beginning of the movie, they do a intro card where it says it takes place in the year 2024, so it's taking place next year. So, and evidently prostheses and mechanical modifications are the way to cure cancer, is a great preventative with HIV, known to cure all things, bypass, prevent the spread.
I think they were talking about like nano injectors.
But
for that part.
Yeah. But it was expensive and illegal in some parts of... I guess this movie takes place in LA. So, in part of big town that the movie takes place in. So...
Well, her best buddy, it's kind of funny. She has no immediate family members or anything. So it's just her and her business partner, best buddy lady.
Mm-hmm. And
or roommate or whatever. I guess they live in an apartment or something.
And
who basically takes on power of attorney.
Yeah.
/ legal guardian.
That's your connect between this lady that suffered the crime, the main lady.
To approve of the process.
Yeah.
By which the guy from Pocket Ninjas tells you, look, I've been working on this research for 30 years. This lady's injuries represent a chance for us to take this research to the next level.
Yeah.
Can you sign for her? In lack of immediate family members, can you?
And it's a doctor
function for power of attorney and signature.
It's a doctor and surgeon that you can take very seriously.
Their lungs breathe without the use of these crude machines.
How can you do this? I mean, how can...
I've been working on this for well over 30 years. I've had many successful trials and transplants.
She's on this hospital bed.
Yeah.
With that respirator-looking thing.
Yeah. And
it was like a vacuum. And instead of the hangs, how a hospital normally is, remember?
Yeah. You have...
Remember the hospital curtains where they...
Yeah, where
they go like that.
It's on a track and on the ceiling. Yeah, you don't get those, I think. So
the walls on the hospital are a tarp.
Yeah, it's there
for impromptu.
Yeah.
Strategies.
And you might have if you're lucky, you might have a computer on the side of the bed. Maybe.
With this consortium of
just
influential rich guys who are trying to get behind the whole
new cyborg
craze that's sweeping the nation for robotics and
android tech. So they put these on her, and as it turns out, she's not a fan. Like, whenever she takes off the little sleep visors, because I guess she can't close her eyes anymore due to the data vision. The rotor vision.
Yes, just put on some sleep goggles.
So
at night, man.
So she wakes up and she has a hard time adjusting to the fact that she now has these things. So
and they didn't spell that out at all for you, did they?
No.
Did you remember Mel Novak was just practically looking into the camera?
Yeah. And
the only thing we're unsure of is the emotional implications and her being able to deal with.
Yeah, there was no foreshadowing at all regarding that dilemma. None.
And the small amount of cool, literal wheat woos. That I was glad they went ahead and included them for the year 2019.
Yeah. It one of those things that you think we would skip past in our sci-fi fandom, the end of that phase. But
And they
it's not.
weren't afraid to use that one stock footage Hollywood scream.
Oh, of course not.
Well, I don't think it was in the movie, but it was in the trailer, remember?
Yeah.
I wish they would have kept the... Yeah, I wish they would have kept the alternate rotor.
Yeah. Yeah. In the movie, you get red vision, and in the trailer, you get green. So...
And then what did Laureen Landon have to do with it? That was weird.
Was that an initial, like, sign-up thing?
I got bewildered, but I feel like it was just because she had somehow backed out of the project.
Because she wasn't in the movie. Yeah. Her name shows up in the trailer, but she's not in the movie.
And then whatever the friend lady is who we thought she was supposed to play.
Yeah.
Whatever that actress is, who I believe's name wasn't there. The one they went with to replace Laureen.
Yeah, I don't
It's
remember.
Hundra. It's the super blonde lady from the Maniac Cop
Yes.
ones.
Yeah.
It's just part one, but it's Hundra.
Yeah.
Laureen Landon is Hundra.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, well, that would have made this an awesome movie.
Yeah, it would.
No matter what.
Yeah. But yes.
Anyway, you go through, as you do.
She signs up for with this dojo personal trainer man to help overcome her grief of being new cyborg stuff, which was pretty funny.
He goes, why trainer? He basically does the opposite of martial arts.
Yeah.
I understand you wish to learn some self-defense.
Yes, I do.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
For me to train you, I need you to understand why you must be trained.
What?
Your friend has informed me of what happened to you.
Well, then that's all you need to know.
No, it's not. I need to know that you've come to terms with this.
He goes, well, why do you want to learn these? And she does this super dramatic speech about having to come to terms with her new existence as cyborg.
Yeah.
And her new life with these parts.
And then he's basically like, oh, okay.
Well, with as much anger and hatred towards her criminal aggressors as humanly possible.
Yeah. And
she's like, and I'll murderize every single one of them. And he's just like, oh, well, good.
Well, fine. Yeah.
So luckily, don't not tell anybody else of your criminal intent. But let's start tomorrow morning.
We can go ahead and start right now if you really want to. Yeah. Yeah. But
that was awesome.
It's funny, and the funny part is, like, during her training contributions, even when she's punching with the cyborg arm that you think would be cybernetic arm that would be like heavy hitting, you only see like the punching bag move about that much. So he is wailing away.
Yeah, it's implied.
She's just eh.
You can use your imagination and stuff like that.
Yeah,
of course.
yeah. But
they definitely they definitely didn't pour a huge budget into
the montage afterward. Like when she wakes up the next morning and goes out to that empty field park area and is like looking into the sunrise and like really psyching herself up. I thought, like,
was it supposed to be the attempt to remain calm at the scene of the trauma? I think it was the park where everything occurred.
Yes. So, yeah, she was able to go back, be strong and calm.
So instead of breaking down per se, she does some martial arts.
The scene itself is okay, but the thing that kept me going through the scene with enjoyment was some of the weird tilting of the camera, where you would get a momentary tilt and it felt like there was a computer program that the editor was using.
I'll take your word for it, I never noticed.
To try to, like, correct it. So it makes it look like it was filmed with an iPhone.
Probably done on a phone, which, I mean, at this point doesn't even represent that bad.
Yeah, there's really no, like, these phones today are so awesome that it's not too terrible, but you can still kind of tell if you know what to look for. But, yeah.
If we're gonna be doing actual nitpicks, my complaint is just all the filler.
Yeah,
I say this should have been about a 42-minute long.
Yeah.
For your what could be a pilot of a TV show,
like a one-off. Yeah, yeah. There was, despite the movie being only an hour and 5 minutes, there was still a decent.
Remember those establishing shots that just went on?
Yes. Yeah.
To let you know we were in the city or whatever.
You're jogging on a path, lady.
It shows you 12 different city shots.
Yeah.
An establishing shot.
Kind of
focuses
like
on the city skyline for 45 seconds, then shows you another. Yeah, there was huge chunks of padding in here.
Yeah.
Yes, walking along the path. What was the?
It's like a.
Okay, she's making her way. Go way up in the distance. Okay, she kicked a leaf on the sidewalk.
It was gripping action for sure during those setting shots. But yeah.
That you get your revenge.
Yeah, it counts as kind of a revenge flick.
And
uses the...
take care of a couple bad guys just that happen to be...
Yeah, we're on the way.
Around the walkway of where you were walking.
Yeah, evidently that area specifically is like a seedy spot where bad things always happen. So... she was able to use the energy to, and the positive and the go energy to correct those on top. And
if you're breaking crime right in front of her,
yeah,
it's at your own risk.
And that basically carries you through the...
because she'll just go ahead and be a RoboCop / Terminator right in front of you.
Yeah.
Who's out there?
Got any spare change, mister?
What? Are you some kind of hooker? I don't have any fucking money, you crazy bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Get...
And it'll carry you, most of the way through the later part of the second act into the third. Where,
yes, she uses a lot of pizza and ice cream.
Yeah.
Correct? She's never needed iced tea that bad?
No.
That represents what?
Like...
the added cyborg power making you more hungry?
Energy? Yeah. It's something along those lines where I guess your body has to...
a certain percentage of the time she has to be the one to provide the...
which, how does that even work?
preservative or whatever?
Because if you're not... how does being more hungry work if you have less... flesh?
The rest of your system would benefit once you finally get a meal.
So, yeah. But,
and then the lady goes along with everything.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? Well, they don't have it be a mystery at all.
No.
Remember? The martial arts man is just like, okay, bye-bye, and then gets a phone call. Yeah, so the person that you sent over here, everything worked out fine, and this.
Yeah, they do a good job of wrapping stuff up with little to no iterative progress in between. It's just, issue is here, issue is solved.
Well, she's fine. She's doing basically okay, but can't really get rid of the itch of the vengeance.
Yeah. So they have to...
so you get a thing where it's like, don't wait up for me and don't follow me, something.
Yeah. Yeah, and then...
if I'm not back by... Don't worry about me. Well, remember they were going to open a bakery shop.
Yeah. Yeah, they were going to...
well, she would have to have the...
you'd have to have the permits.
freaking account number for the... yeah.
And yeah. You have to get your tax
leave
account.
the person the entire business and then forget to give them the account number. You go on with the bakery shop business.
Yeah.
Since I have to go on a...
crime fighting
revenge mission.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious. Remember the woods that were right next to the bar?
Mm-hmm.
this bar, instead of a street with more businesses on the other side of the street, it was just a bar and then woods.
We
With
only had
awesome spotlight.
Yeah.
Yeah, they only had to step a few feet.
Then look to the right.
And they were in the equivalent of the park area that they were in the beginning of the movie.
Yep. Yeah.
And but she does get the police. Remember the best friend lady and the police are.
Yep.
I love them. Yeah, great climax. She gets her revenge.
Yeah. And
with the aggressors.
Like, I can't quite remember how she winds up being knocked out again. Like on the... But they'll, for your sequel baiting, they'll show you a shot of her on the table.
The chip falls out. Doesn't she purposely take a chip out?
Wait!
Was that a mistake? To give her the power to take the chip out?
That's what it is. They didn't...
She's still sick of the Geordies and the Rotor Vision.
Yeah.
And you see this little chip fall out that ostensibly she was supposed to have somehow taken out of her cyborg visor thing.
And, yeah, that would,
and sort of shuts her down completely?
pretty much, yeah.
Not just her vision.
But...
She's just going like that.
Yeah, parts of her brain no longer work.
Slumps forward. They haul her over to Mel Novak.
To where...
And then you get the cool... And hopefully do. It's part of your whole concern of whether or not they're going to keep going with these sequels after COVID. Because this was 2019.
Yeah.
So you would just be happy to get a Wonder Woman 2.
I remember reading on the internet that there is one.
Oh, good.
But I haven't seen it anywhere. Like maybe it's not done yet or something, but...
Streaming.
But...
Things.
Yeah,
Isn't that where we got this? I think I saw this on Tubi.
Yeah, this was a Tubi find, so... But, yeah, and...
Except we did find it on YouTube for your 1.5 speed.
Oh, yeah.
Remember how superior this was on 1.5?
Absolutely. Not only is it shorter, but it makes the action scenes that much more awesome.
All the mixes are better.
Yeah.
That whole score was vastly superior.
Yeah, when
sped up.
Yeah, absolutely. And
yeah, for your padding to take less time.
Yeah.
And overall movie viewing time to go down from an hour 10 to heck, 48 minutes.
48 to 50, yeah. So if you only have an hour to burn, you can do it using this movie.
I'm basically addicted to that 1.5 speed. Or 1.25 anyway.
So, yeah, and one last thing about the score. It definitely sounds like your boy, they ripped a dubstep track from the Daniel Lenz album for that trailer. Has a very
it was pretty Terminator-ish, or was in the sped up version.
Yeah, but all in all, this was quite the entertaining watch, all things considered. One or two minor gripes. And pretty awesome to just stumble upon. So
it's one of those with a deceiving cover. Remember that cover illustration?
Yes. You look at it and you think, wow, it's
bemoan the fact that CG and little better graphics are easier to do and cheaper to do on computers now, because it gives you this awesome looking thing.
But
when you watch it, you're watching a complete deuce of a film.
Yeah, you never see that even quasi cool thing on the cover, even in the movie remotely. So,
but in our love of low-budget projects and extremely low-budget sci-fi.
This one
fair.
Yeah, this one hits. This one hits good. Like, it's not.
It would have been awesome if Lorraine Landon.
Yeah,
had have been, but
yeah, they're not.
I don't know that I would say highly recommend.
Yeah, like
it counts as an entry.
Yeah, and the main prop I can give it is the fact that they didn't try to make it like too campy or self-aware. There's only one thing that could be maybe self-aware.
It was actually kind of funny in there.
Yeah, and it was
part of the Pocket Ninjas guy.
It was done pretty well too. So, but yeah, I suppose if you've got an hour to burn, get the YouTube version and put it on 1.5 for your making all of the intense action.
It's the qualifier of would need to be sped up. I won't say recommended, but I will say I kind of want to see a sequel where she does just straight up crime fighting.
Yes. Yeah. Whereas you get your development in the first entry and then your actual...
Yeah, it doesn't spend half of it on...
awesomeness.
On PTSD, assault trauma, and stuff like that.
Yep. So...
And get a cool part 2 where it's almost all whip-ass.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be awesome. So, yeah, looking forward to RoboWoman 2, guys, if it comes out.